Prepare for the loading screen that will be your mind exploding from amazing gaming news. Are you expecting this? I bet you're not. Oh, let's do this.
Respawn TV, I'm your host Evan Van Zant, and this is your source for gaming and tech news. Let's start things off with this week's up-and-coming releases. You can look forward to seeing these titles and many more released throughout the month on your favorite platforms. This week's releases are Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2 for the Xbox One and PS4 on October 25th. Farming Simulator 17 for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC October 25th. Just Dance 2017 for the Xbox One, PS4, Wii U, Xbox 360, PS3, Wii, and PC, October 25th. World of Final Fantasy for the PS4 and PS Vita, October 25th. Berserk for the PS4, PS3, and PS Vita, October 27th. Weeping Doll for the PSVR, October 27th. Carnival Games VR for the PSVR and the Vive, October 28th. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC on October 28th, and Titanfall 2 for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC, also October 28th. Keep tuned in each week to get news on up-and-coming release dates for new and exciting games. Now let's throw it over to Mackenzie Doherty with Fresh from the Steamer.
Hey guys, it's Mackenzie Doherty, and welcome back to Fresh from the Steamer. Today, we're going to be talking about Stay Close, an indie horror game which released on October 14th. Now, Stay Close is an experimental open-world horror game with options for single-player and co-op. It has a unique and new gameplay approach unseen so far in any other game. You'll find yourself in a creepy and anomalous town. So, what would your next move be? Now, this game looks fantastic. The graphics are so realistic, and right off the bat, you can tell that this is supposed to be a horror game by how it looks, even if you didn't read the description. Starting off in a new place with no real idea with how you got there, along with just a note telling you to find someone after they tell you the town is unforgiving, gives that sensation that you aren't supposed to be there. And being told to beware the mist without any sort of explanation can give that feeling of wanting to look everywhere all the time as to not experience what could happen if one does encounter the mist. And the fact that one has to leave their starting position by walking down a dark alley makes it feel even creepier. The other characters in this game have an animated feeling to them, but in a realistic sense. And the dialogue between you and the first person you run into is quite creepy, and he doesn't really make much sense. When he sends you on a mission, it doesn't make much sense either, but it makes you feel even more creeped out. Because finding a compass in an abandoned apartment building does not make me want to do it. And the notes that are just lying around make you want to just have your eyes everywhere, because it just adds even more to the horror factor. The sounds for this game add even more to the horror feeling, as well as the random figure that is coming for you while in the apartment complex for no real reason, which, if you do get caught by these figures, they are a resident of the town, so be careful. Now, in playing co-op, teammates have to make sure that their friend isn't going to get attacked by one of the residents and turn into one of them. But in the single player, you have to end up doing it yourself, which is really creepy because then you have to watch your front, behind, and all to your sides to make sure you're not going to get surrounded by these residents. Now, not only is the gameplay really cool and really creepy, but the graphics for this game make it even creepier. Not only with it being dark all the time, but when you do figure out that the residents are coming at you, the residents look even creepier because they're not actual human beings at this point. And we don't even know what the mist does yet, so having to try and figure out what that does and trying to stay away from the residents while trying to find your wife just gives this game that horror feeling that's fantastic. Now, this game is definitely for people who love horror games in general. Not only does it immediately give off that creepy horror vibe, but it just gets even stronger throughout the game. Sure, it has a couple of bugs, but what new game doesn't? This is Mackenzie Doherty, and now, back to Respawn TV.
Thanks, Mackenzie. GoPro has refreshed its product line this year when they introduced 2 new action cameras, a cloud service, and a drone. The new Hero 5 Black camera captures 4K at 30 frames a second and still photos at 12 megapixels with RAW and WDR support. It features a 2-inch touch display and stereo sound recording with advanced wind noise reduction and can be voice controlled in 7 different languages. And unlike prior models, the Hero 5 Black is waterproof up to 33 feet without the need for a separate housing. It was released earlier this month and cost $399.99. GoPro also has a new cloud subscription service which can automatically upload your content with professional-grade electronic video stabilization and GPS support. Their new Hero 5 Session camera has similar features to the Black. It's just smaller and more affordable at $299.99. GoPro's drone, the Karma, will be available in early 2017 for $799.99. Karma plus a Hero 5 Black will cost $1,099.99, and Karma bundled with a Hero 5 Session will go for $999.99. We'll continue after some commercials, but first here is New Game Plus by Trevor Watson.
Hello Respawners, this is Trevor Watson, and you're watching New Game Plus, where I show you games that I've played in my childhood. This week's game is Super Mario World, released on the SNES in 1990 and again for the Game Boy in 2002. Continuing in the fashion of previous titles, Super Mario World 2 is a 2D side-scrolling platformer that takes you through several beautifully themed maps, with a grand total of 96 levels of play. It bakes on the core mechanics of the Mario series, and sometimes something as simple as running and jumping to the goal line is a great base to build off of. As the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. However, the game has a lot more to offer than the first title, with a graphical palette that holds up even in today's standards. No matter what you might think about the style, sprite animations done right are timeless, and these are some of the best out there. Now, it wouldn't be Mario without the power-ups, and this game is no exception. You still have the classic mushroom that increases Mario and Luigi's size, the fire flower that allows you to shoot fireballs at your enemies, and the invincibility star that makes you invulnerable to enemies for a short duration. But this game gets a little different with its unique item, the feather. When you pick up this item, you get a cape, and you can fly for as long as you control the velocity using the D-pad. The cape also slows your vertical descent and allows you to whip enemies that would normally be undefeatable. Another new mechanic brought to the game is your irreplaceable friend Yoshi. Although in-game he is definitely replaceable, since you can lose him the moment you take damage from an enemy. Find a Yoshi hidden in the level, and you can ride him, eating enemies and jumping higher than you normally could. When Yoshi eats a shell, the color means everything. If it's a red shell, spitting it out turns the shell into fireballs instead. And eating a blue shell gives Yoshi wings for a short period of time. And later in game, you can get different colored Yoshis, and the red and blue ones will use the same effects as the shells, except it can be any colored shell to activate. What I find more incredible out of an older game like this are levels that change based on what time you have left on the clock or how many coins you've collected. It really highlights how powerful these old consoles were, and how creative Nintendo was in a time where HD wasn't even a thing. I honestly don't have any complaints for this game. The music is very well done, the level design is fun and challenging, and it doesn't take much for a beginner to learn how to play. Even after 26 years, the visuals are still very stunning. It is in every definition of the word a classic, and I highly recommend it to everyone. This has been New Game Plus. I'm Trevor Watson, and you're watching Respawn TV. Back to you.
Welcome back to Respawn TV. I'm your host, Evan Van Zant, and you just saw Trevor's pack, New Game Plus. Red Dead fans were sent a flurry last week when game developer Rockstar tweeted a simple red version of their company logo. This, of course, prompted some eager fans to speculate that the tease was for a Red Dead sequel or PC release or remaster, while others reserved judgment in case the image was a mean poke at the Red Dead fanatics and actually teased a GTA DLC or Halloween event. As it turns out, the hopefuls won out, and Rockstar followed up the next day by tweeting another red image of 7 cowboys against the bloody sunset. This marks the first piece of Red Dead news since 2011, when Red Dead Redemption received a Game of the Year edition. Red Dead fans are used to long waits, however, as there was a 6-year gap between that game and its predecessor, Red Dead Revolver. Regardless, it's nice to be able to get excited about a Rockstar game again, and we hope to see much more development on this story in the weeks to come. Up next, check out my pack, Played by Ear.
What's up, guys, and welcome to Played by Ear, the show where we take a look at the oft-overlooked component of video games, the soundtrack. I don't know if you've noticed, but up until this point, I've tried to highlight not just what makes a game's soundtrack good, but what makes it unique as well. Secret of Mana was a good example of that. This week, we're going to kick it into high gear with a game that has a truly unique soundtrack. So unique, in fact, that no player will hear the same one. You see, Portal 2's soundtrack is generated as you play. The score is made up of a long list of musical segments that are played according to the player's actions. Sometimes moments are scripted the same every time, and sometimes they're different every time they're played. In fact, Mike Moraski, the game's composer, claims that one particular piece of music only repeats itself every 76,911 years, 125 days, 7 hours, 56 minutes, and 30.3 seconds. That means that it will only repeat itself about 64,967 times before the sun explodes, which seems like a big number until you realize that you're working with a time frame of 5 billion years. Moraski intentionally made the game's music to sound like it was written by a robot, which translate to, quote, stiff arpeggios, math-like voice leading, odd rhythm patterns, and whole tone scales, end quote. Let's see if you can hear the stylistic choices in these few pieces. Even the vocal pieces in Portal 2 are made to sound robotic and digitalized. This all contributes to the concept of theming that is becoming ever present in these episodes. Though it's made up of short segments strung together semi-randomly, Portal 2's soundtrack still runs over 3 hours, which should lead to an interesting experience every time you play. And, of course, Jonathan Colton returns to write the game's ending credits theme. I'm Devin Van Zant, and this has been Played by Ear.
Well, here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. Remember when you tried to kill me twice? Oh, how we laughed and laughed. Except I wasn't laughing. Under the circumstances, I've been shockingly nice. You want your freedom, take it.
Well, that wraps up our first segment. Please stay tuned for Project Delta. Respawn TV and Delta air each week, Monday through Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. And you can watch our content online at facebook.com/respawn8 and on YouTube by searching Respawn TV. Now it's time for a quick commercial break. Please stay tuned for some more Respawn TV. Hello and welcome to yet another very special episode of Project Delta. I'm your host, Evan Van Zant, and this week I have 3 guests with me.
What's up, guys? I'm Trevor.
I'm Adam.
And as always, I'm Steven. Hello.
And what are we playing this week, guys?
Smash Brothers 4 for the Wii U.
And 3DS.
I've never played it.
All right, let's get started.
What map?
What map should we play? Let's go with a classic.
Cool. I love Temple.
Good call.
Something that's interesting is that the 3DS version actually has maps that the Wii U version does not, but also the same thing vice versa. The Wii U has maps that the 3DS version doesn't.
Yeah, it's a very interesting way to get people to get both versions because, like, this is the first time they ever released Smash Bros. On more than one version. Like,
Oh no, Donkey's big.
I guess just like back in the past, there wasn't ever a lot of compatibility to put Smash Brothers on a Game Boy. So I'm glad that it's finally getting to the point where the mobile market can actually enjoy Smash Brothers because this is a really, really fun arena battle.
Oh yeah, and it's a really fun party game too. So I'd imagine, you know, like road trips and things like that, it would be really fun. Just pull out your DSs, and if I had friends, that's what we do.
Oh, we're not friends? Well,
If you had friends outside of Respawn.
oh yeah. I mean, we'd
I made
have to
everybody
have a life
slow,
outside.
yay!
Trevor, your family.
Oh,
Respawn family.
I'm so flattered. Or scared. I'm not sure yet. Man, who's winning right now? 'Cause
I can't even see what's going on.
oh,
I can tell you, I've been
think
punching a wall for about 5 minutes, so I know
I just got
I'm not winning.
2 kills, so I probably.
But you know who
might
else
be.
isn't winning? The wall.
Valid point.
Was that a Starman from Earthbound?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
there's
summoned him.
there's a lot of items that span from a lot of Nintendo's titles and a lot of guest titles.
Ugh, eat chicken!
There's
See ya!
Capcom
I'm getting out of there.
characters, some Namco Bandai characters.
Yep.
They've really branched out. They've had some guest characters in the past, but they've really branched out with this one.
And now that like Nintendo owns like the Sonic team, Sonic is like going to be probably a stable character in all future Smash Bros.
Oh yeah.
Mine is Ike. He's a one of the characters from their Fire Emblem series, which is one of their tactics games, and he's a pretty slow but really heavy-hitting character. But it's all about timing with him. Get over here.
Guys,
This map
I'm
is such
so
a
bad
huge
at this.
map.
No, I wanted that Master Ball.
Have I made contact with any of you?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
you've
sure.
hit me a couple times.
Harambe has always touched my heart.
That's kind of why I took them.
Oh, you wanted to have an emotional edge over me? Is that it?
Yes.
All right. So you said this was your first time playing, right, Adam?
Ever.
Oh,
And
no.
any Smash title, this is my first time.
giant laser.
And I'm stuck in
Welcome
the
to
middle
the
of a
Smash
whole-
community.
Yikes.
So, what are you liking about this game so far?
Absolutely nothing, because I'm one of those people that if I'm not good at games when I first start out, then I tend to hate it, which is horrible, but I can see how people would enjoy
Oh no,
the
Darkrai!
entire Smash series.
Oh god, this is not good.
Oh, thank you for waking me up. I would have fallen to my death if you hadn't have hit me. Thanks, Adam.
Oh, that was
Team
me.
player
Yeah.
Adam in a free-for-all game.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, I
That
missed
was-
Adam. I would have hit you right out the gate.
I would expect nothing less. Now, I don't know why my guy keeps like turning into a helicopter and just kind of flying away.
There are different controls in this game. Your A button is your normal attack, and how you use the directional affects how you use your normal attack.
Okay,
and
see,
there
I'm
are
just
different-
pressing everything and nothing's happening.
And so there are different combos you can do with using your side A's and your up A's.
Side
Yeah.
A's.
Yeah, so
Like
like
left.
on the joystick,
Okay, yeah.
your
Gotcha.
joystick is your movement, and your A button is your attack. So if you do a standstill normal attack, you do a normal combo.
Okay, so no one hit me for a second. I'm just gonna figure this out.
Yeah, and when you use your side, and when you use your I almost hit you with the barrel. And when you use your directionals, the A button changes, and the same thing with the B
Here,
button.
Trevor.
Okay. Someone let me just like hit you.
I was trying to, and then Trevor got in my way, so I hit him.
I kind of.
Oh! Hey, Steven. It looks like we were equals in this match.
Yeah.
I am not looking forward to this at all.
Especially since it's going to start raining bomb-bombs soon.
Well, Devin,
Nope.
how's it feel to be on the same level as me?
It's
Well,
pretty low.
we'll
Adam.
find out. Now I have to redeem myself. I'm in a misplay trying to teach Adam how to play Smash.
Can someone get me a metaphorical box to stand on?
Well, the audience is learning how to play along with him, so that's a good thing.
Yes, I'm teaching a crowd to play Smash Bros. at my pride's expense.
No, I'm putting my character selection to the will of the game.
Oh,
and
that's a smart.
I expect
I'm going
nothing but
random.
success.
I'm going random too.
Full random.
Everyone.
Full random.
Everybody random.
Random.
And then
stage?
random
Random
map.
stage.
Love it.
Random stage. Get this down there.
Yeah.
Random.
I can read.
No, you can't.
Okay, let's do this. I'm so ready now. You guys are going down.
Oh, my 3DS tells me that I'm
Oh
wrong.
no.
Who am I?
I'm Little Mac.
Oh God, who am I?
Oh, you're Rosalina.
Why do I have a dress?
You're a princess.
Space. You're a space princess. Oh no.
The best
And nothing
kind of
makes
princess.
more sense in zero gravity than open pants.
Oh no!
You're not wrong.
Hammer.
No!
Oh, my hammer broke. You guys are mean. I didn't want this hammer anyway.
Ow! You actually hit me with the. Go, Rob, go! Oh!
Oh no!
I just
I
happened to
saved
roll
myself
like
just
the worst
to
character
die.
I could have picked. I am terrible with Ness.
I am very bad with Little Mac, but I happen to be good against you guys when I play Little Mac. So that's cool.
Well, to
I
be
feel like
fair,
he's
we
trying
did.
to say something there.
Yeah, I did. What are you gonna do about it?
Probably
Not
not a whole lot
Pokeball.
since
Oh
I'm still
no! Ness got his.
How does it work?
Colby!
Yes!
That's not. Oh god.
No.
Oh, you can aim it in this
Yes.
one?
Yeah!
Yes, I can.
That's awesome. The last one was just random.
Tornado.
What do you think a tornado would taste like?
It would taste like the wind.
Failure.
It tastes like victory to me!
Can you stop using the tornado stick?
No.
I'm just gonna punch you with
Is
my
that why I
boxing
can't
gloves.
touch you?
No, that's because I'm shooting you with thunder repeatedly. I'm just juggling at him at this point,
I don't.
because that's the best I can do.
Quit puppy dogging the edge.
Are you talking to me?
No, talking to
Okay, 'cause I don't know what I'm doing at all.
I'm just.
Oh no.
Oh god, I was looking at the wrong person, and the fire saved me.
Okay, help me out. I have a sword. How do I use it?
Hey,
Here, somebody take that.
Who's somebody?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Just
Did I
anybody
just
that-
get everybody with a sword?
Yeah, you probably did. Adam,
Yeah.
you're now good at Smash Brothers. How do you feel?
I feel like a new man. Or space princess for that matter.
Ah, it won't let me fly for some reason.
you can be a man and a space princess. There's no rule against that.
Oh! Oh, who got it? Oh, Rosalina got it.
Oh jeez.
What?
I'm just gonna make
Rosalina's
him.
invincible right now.
Is that me?
Yeah, you are the Rosalina.
Sweet, so what do I do with that?
You just don't take damage. So you just wail on your enemies and quit
No,
mashing.
what have you done? What have you done?
I
no,
have no
stop
idea.
It.
I have no idea.
Oh, that's the stage doing that.
Oh, no, that was tough.
I have never
No.
They
been.
made like a move like at the same time, and I was like, why can you do that?
I have never played on this stage long enough to see that transformation.
I have
I've
fallen
seen the other
3
kinds.
times
Actually,
in
the
the same
first time
hole.
I've seen it either. Ow.
Don't fall off the stage, you tiny boxing man.
I don't know that I've ever heard Little Mac be called Tiny Boxing Man, but it's a really apt name for him.
Just gonna. Just let me.
No.
Just let me go.
No.
Just get out of here.
Can I use one of those swords?
You cannot, unfortunately.
Oh, what do I have?
Actually
What
make him
do I
go
have?
lower.
I have a jetpack or something.
I keep.
How do I
Stop.
jetpack?
You just jump.
No one's. You are on your own, Trevor. No one's stopping you from anything.
You mean I can accomplish all of my dreams?
Oh, I mean,
All of your Smash related dreams.
Oh god, that's not. That's. Oh god. Okay.
I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Take a pill bottle that's bigger than Tiny Mac. Where am I? Oh, dying. Oh no!
Dying is not a location.
It's a state of mind.
Freeze! Why not? Ow, that hurt. This game's a lot of fun though, especially when you
I
get some
wholeheartedly agree.
Oh, yeah.
to play with you.
I am not a huge fan of like
Oh,
fighting
you got
games
the
in
golden
general,
hammer at the
but
last
this is much more of like a party fighting game.
I won. It was such a cluster, I couldn't tell who was winning.
Hey, dead last.
Look at me, third place again.
Hey, well, Steven, that makes up for my tarnished pride. Anyway, any final thoughts on Smash Bros? Adam, since you're the new guy?
Very, very steep learning curve, I will say that. If you're good at it, I can imagine it would be a blast.
I'm actually pretty bad at this game.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
That's why I was so surprised.
It's not
when I
helping my
kept
confidence,
winning.
guys.
No one's really good at Smash Bros.
Yeah.
You just play.
It doesn't help
It
that
is
earlier
very
you
much
lost
the
to
big
somebody
brother, little
who
brother video
wasn't
game.
actually
Yes.
playing.
Where it's like, teach me how to play. No, I'm just gonna wail on you until you get it.
Kind of how I feel. Like you say, no one's good at
Get
Smash.
good.
Get
Get good.
You're not good
Get
at Smash.
good.
You're just good enough
Stop
to not
letting
be
me
at
hit
my
you.
level.
I do love just how large the roster is, and with the DLC, which unfortunately I don't have, it's actually even larger. They even put Cloud from Final Fantasy in it as well.
Yep.
Nice.
That was a very big deal. All right. Well, thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of Project Delta. You can catch us Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. here on Channel 8, and we'll keep trying to do cool stuff like this for you.
I'm gonna be Grim Ninja.
Do another.
All right, let's go. Bye, everybody. Love you.